Hi, I'm Donovin Darius with this week's version of Donovin Darius podcast, Life on Purpose. This week I'm going to talk about something that I believe about 80% of people in the world face on almost sometimes a daily basis, and that is living a life with regret. The fact about it is that there's no such thing as living a life without regret. When regret happens, a lot of times it's around the feelings that we feel. We have these critical patterns of thinking that really think about the past and what we feel like we should have done differently. To understand regret a little bit more, we have to understand that when we start to blame ourselves, when we start having a critical way of thinking, sometimes it can be over things like a job offer, a decision for a relationship, the fact of certain amount of schooling that we didn't have, or even when I played in the NFL, when guys finish the NFL and they say, man, I wish I played a little longer because I regret the fact that I didn't give everything I have. Well, those things are normal. But I think it's important for us to identify what does it look like? What are those feelings like when you know that you have regret? Well, if you start thinking about your past and you saying, I feel sad, I have these feelings of loss, remorse, or even feelings of anger or shame or anxiety, truth is you may wind up finding out that you may actually have regret. Regret comes in four main areas that I find out. A lot of times people have regret over the education. They say, man, maybe I should have went back to school. Maybe I should have took this career path. Or even work. They're looking at a job and they're like, man, this is not all that it's caped up to be. Or I should be doing something different. Another area is family. They say, man, I climbed my way up to the corporate ladder, but you know what? I really miss a lot of time with my family. And the other one is even marriage, in relationships. A person says, the person I'm with right now, I wish I made another choice. Or they're regretting the fact that they didn't do everything they could. Well, here's the truth about it, and here's what I want you to believe in. The fact that there are ways that you can overcome regret. I'm going to give you basically three quick ways that if you're experiencing these things, you can actually overcome. Number one, what I want you to do is I want you to basically write down on a sheet of paper all the things that you feel that you're regretting. Now, once you write them down, I want you to write down why you feel that, that is a regret. But then we're going to take it one step further, and I want you to next answer those questions, what's next? So if you're saying that you regret not going back to school and getting your degree, I want you to write down why you regret that, and then what's next. Because now you can maybe possibly go to school online. So there's always an optimistic way of looking at it, which helps you come out of it. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to develop some daily affirmations. Some daily affirmations so that way you can write down some positive things that you're going to say to yourself. Oftentimes, those critical thought patterns are seeing what you're not, and they're defeating you and they're pulling you down. But those affirmations will actually lift you up. And the third thing I want you to do, I want you to change your regret to a gratitude statement. Where you say, man, I didn't go to school. I wish I would have went to school. Change it around. Say, man, I'm grateful that now I have an opportunity to do it. Or, man, I didn't have a lot of time with my children. You say, you know what? Well, I take today to make a difference. And I'm grateful that I get a chance to reach out to them. Or if you lost a loved one, you say, man, I wish I had more time with them. Well, you can say, I'm grateful for the time that I did have. And so here's some ways that, again, regret is a very normal thing that we may have. And when we may make positive decisions about how do we overcome it, we'll see that our life can be a little more livelier and we can come out of it. I faced it myself. I walked out of it by doing those things, positive affirmations, okay, writing it down, creating a what's next statement, and changing my regretful statements into a gratitude statements. So I hope that helps you. Again, this is Donovan Darius with Life on Purpose.